Yeah, so quite interesting to see. WWE's recently released the likes of Bad News Barrett, but he was going to go anyway.
Yeah.
He didn't want to renew his contract.
They got rid of Damien Sandow for some reason.
That is ridiculous. That's the one that I completely disagree with. It's like, you had a big star when you had the whole Mizdow thing, and they've done nothing with him ever since that Miz versus Mizdow feud came to an end.
It's almost like Vince is saying, no, you're not allowed to make your character good. Only we can make your character good.
It's almost like they've punished him for being given a shit gimmick and making it work, for making, being given chicken shit and making chicken salad out of it. It's almost like, how dare you get over without our permission?
I'm Vince McMahon, damn it.
They got shit of Alex Riley, but to be honest...
Not seen him on TV in months.
I don't know what they've even been sort of doing with that. Cameron's gone. Again, what were they doing with Cameron? She was like one of the Funkadactyls.
They got rid of Hornswoggle because they weren't really doing anything with him. He was basically just there for swerved.
Well, Hornswoggle was like... Didn't he get suspended for like violating the wellness policy?
Seriously?
Yeah, something like that. So he's been doing something that he shouldn't have been doing.
So far they've changed Los Matadores back into like the original gimmicks, so they don't have anything to do with El Torito now. So they've got rid of him.
So Torito's gone as well.
Because he don't have anyone to feud with.
They got rid of Zeb Colter, but again, he wasn't.
He wasn't doing it.
I mean, was he not doing stuff backstage?
I don't think he was. I mean, you'd think they'd give him a job in creative, considering like all the stuff that he's done beforehand.
Well, you would have thought so. And then Santino Marella as well. I knew he was retired, but I didn't even know he was still working for WWE. To be honest.
No, it was. He was just doing like He was just doing backstage stuff again.
And then speaking of sort of backstage stuff, this is another weird one that's come out. The Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi, who's been with the company as long as anyone can remember, and he's gone as well. I mean, he was like the guy. I mean, he was like the jobber to the stars, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he also did a lot of stuff sort of backstage. He was the guy that you could go to for like promo ideas. So it's surprising that they've got shut of someone as long-standing as the Brooklyn Brawler. Add to that, as you know, there's been some recent suspensions. Connor of the Ascension and Adam Rose were suspended for, I think it was either 60 days or 90 days for violating the wellness policy.
Well, he is in the Ascension. Of course, we're going to violate the wellness policy. We've got no career left.
Well, the thing with Adam Rose is that he put something on Twitter to basically say that it was medication from his doctor for his ADHD kind of thing. Then he mysteriously deleted the tweet afterwards. Anyway, what's now come about, funnily enough, on the very morning that I'm recording this, is that he was arrested.
Right.
For now, from what I can gather, it was assault. I don't know, it was his like wife or girlfriend. Apparently, he was screaming and grabbing her by the face, kind of thing. And then when she tried to call for help on the phone, he took her phone off her. So it was something like assault and holding a witness. Let me just bring up the actual charges.
Jesus.
Okay, so according to Cage Side Seats, Adam Rose was arrested earlier this morning. Okay, I say this morning, it was Wednesday, in Hillsborough, Florida, for tampering with a witness and battery domestic violence.
As in he's fucked him.
And according to PW Insider, Rose got into an argument with his wife, grabbed her by the face and screamed at her, leading to her calling the police. He took the phone away and later admitted to the police to doing so, which is what the tampering with a witness charge is. WWE stated now that he was already serving a 60-day suspension for a second wellness policy violation. They've now confirmed that he's been suspended indefinitely, saying WWE has zero tolerance for matters involving domestic violence. And per our policy, Raymond Lepan, the guy, Adam Rose, has been suspended indefinitely following his arrest. So, as mentioned before, he did attempt to clear up his matter about being suspended due to the wellness policy by posting, then deleting and reposting, weirdly enough, a note from his doctor giving him clearance to use the prescription medicine that he was allegedly suspended for. It's certainly not good for Adam Rose, and if he does have sort of personal issues that he needs to deal with, then clearly he needs to do so in order to move on. So it looks like someone else is being suspended from WWE in addition to the 8 or 9 that we've already mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention Ryback's recent contract dispute?
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of controversy over equality in the WWE. Ryback, he wants to be paid more because obviously of the work that he puts in.
Well, he's been with the company for about 6 years, hasn't he? I mean, what have they done with him in sort of 6 years? And he's been on the pre-show now for like 2 pay-per-views in a row, kind of thing. I mean, allegedly he did piss off some people backstage because he was wearing that weightlifter's belt that said the pre-show stopper. It's like you'd have thought they'd have noticed that before he went out to the ring.
But yeah, a lot of like equality coming up in the WWE now. Like the divas have now been renamed to superstars, which you know is great.
Yeah.
And the midgets have been renamed to unemployed.
Haha, poor little people.
Oh my.
But yeah, it's. I mean, it's certainly not the first time that WWE's got shut of a load of talent all at once. I mean.
Had the Great Purge earlier, where they got rid of guys like Great Khali and like most of three-man bands.
Some guys are a bit of deadwood and they sort of need to go. Other guys, the reason why they let them go is questionable. But if there's talent there, then they will go elsewhere and do well for themselves. I mean, say what you want about TNA, but they've done with Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway, a lot more than what WWE ever did with him. Same with Derek Bateman, who's now known as Ethan Carter III. And I do think if Ryback does end up not re-signing with WWE, I reckon he would do quite well for himself over in Japan, to be honest. I mean,
probably.
They do like the big guys over there, the big sort of Westerners. I think Ryback could carve out quite a nice little career for himself over in Japan. In the same way that guys like Big Van Vader, Stan Hansen and Bam Bam Bigelow did.
Even Brock Lesnar really at one point.
Brock Lesnar, yeah. And as far as Bad News Barrett's concerned, King Barrett, Wade Barrett, whatever, he's one of the guys that actually, rather than being fired, he basically turned around and said, I'm not renewing my contract with you because he's been fed up of his talent being wasted. Quite interestingly enough, the Young Bucks sent him a tweet on Twitter basically to say, there's a place for you in the Bullet Club. So, I mean, I know we've just had Adam Cole, baby, joining the Bullet Club, as we saw on Ring of Honor. But you could end up very well getting another Englishman joining the Bullet Club. But we'll have to wait and see. But hey, don't worry, because as Vince McMahon announced, John Cena and Randy Orton will be back on the roster soon. Yeah.
But we can have another match between them. Yeah. Because you've never been tired of those.
All your favourites will be back soon. Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, your favourites like John Cena. But we don't like your favourites like John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like half the roster's been injured.
And then he can put John Cena up against Roman Reigns and he can...
He'll presume just be the back. He's like...
noisily milking himself.
Vince, what are you doing there? No, don't come in, Hunter. Don't come in.
Don't come in here, Hunter. God damn it. I'm almost there, damn it.
He's the attitude and just went, oh!
So it should be interesting to see what happens in the next few months. I mean, I do sort of wish the best. I mean, I don't want to see anyone be unemployed in the wrestling business. I want them all to have like a place to work kind of thing. So hopefully, some of those guys will get snapped up. I think someone like Damien Sandow, he's too talented to not be picked up and utilised. Mind you, quite interestingly enough, this just goes to show how bad Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling is.
That's still a thing?
Oh yeah, it's still a thing. Jeff Jarrett has already signed up 2 of those guys to Global Force Wrestling. Now look at the list.
Right.
Bear in mind, you've got the Brooklyn Brawler on there, who fair enough isn't wrestling, but he'd be able to provide some stuff backstage. You've got talented guys like Sandow. You've got Barrett. Possibly Ryback. Now, out of that list, Global Force Wrestling has signed 2 of those guys already. Can you guess who they are?
Well, Barrett, what we've said, he might be joining the Bullet Club, so probably not him. You'd say someone talented like Sandow. Sandow's probably been signed up.
Right, remember this is Global Force Wrestling we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like me to tell you who they've signed?
Yeah, right.
Zeb Colter and Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle.
I'm not making this up, I swear.
I mean, I kind of get Zeb Colter because, he's done a lot of the past. He was like a booker at one point, but Jesus. Hornswoggle.